So let's talk about Phentoin. Oh. Or Dilantin. Okay, this is a class 1B antiarrhythmic. Also an anticonvulsant. Okay. I do not know this as an antiarrhythmic drug. I know this as an anticonvulsant. So this is somewhat new to me as well. Okay, so the action for cardiac purposes is it depresses automaticity and AV conduction. It reduces the voltage and spread of electrical discharge in the motor cortex. This is for the anticonvulsant qualities. Again, it reduces voltage and spread of electrical discharges in the motor cortex. Reduces voltage and spread of electrical discharges within the motor cortex. What does that sound like? It does. It sounds like it raises the threshold for conduction across the motor cortex as well as across the AV conduction system. Okay? So let's working both sides of the fence here. I would imagine that this depends on dosing as to which it works better for. Again, I've never seen Phentoin given as an antiarrhythmic. However, as you can tell, it does have multiple uses. Indications for giving this are life-threatening arrhythmias from digitalis toxicity. Okay, so this is going to be in the clinical or hospital setting, but for the cardiac purposes on this drug, we are going to give it for life-threatening arrhythmias from digitalis toxicity. We'll talk about the digitalis toxicity here in just a second. Now for the flip side of this, for the anticonvulsant, we're going to give this for what? Right, for seizures. That is what we're going to see it for almost 90% of the time. Our dosing is going to be between 15 and 18 milligrams per kilogram. And it's going to be given by IV. IO if that's all we have. Our contraindications are going to be bradycardia, course, we're not going to give it to we're not going to give it to bradycardic patients because it slows the system. System's already slow. We don't want to slow it down even further. Okay, so bradycardia, high grade heart block, third degree heart block, AV disassociation, okay. Why? Because same reason. The system is already slow. We don't want to slow it any further. Conduction system is already jacked up in third degree heart block, AV disassociation, or a high grade heart block. They're all the same thing. It's already jacked at that point, right? So we don't want to give it for that or in those instances. Another contraindication, of course, we're back to this one. Hypersensitivity or allergy to the medication. Our adverse effects: drowsy, dizzy, headache, hypotension, arrhythmias, nausea, and vomiting. And as a side note, while Dilantin is routinely prescribed for seizures and stuff like that, Phentoin, we'll do this in blue, Phentoin is preferred for seizure management. Okay, Phentoin, which is a formulation of Phentoin or Dilantin, is preferred for seizure management.